Assalamu alaikum. Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you are doing very well in this pandemic situation. So please stay home, stay safe, and save lives. And follow our online lectures. Okay. So today we are going to learn about cell and its structure and its function, cellular organelles and their structure and function. So this topic belongs to the chapter 3, and that means the title of this chapter is Cellular Organization of Plants and Animals. So let's start our class. At the very beginning, you need to know what is cell actually. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay, cell is the basic structural and functional unit of our life. That every living body, is actually made up of cells. Just like how a wall is. So this every living body. This is the living body. This living body. Every living body is made up of cells. So like our body is made up of billions of cells. Okay, so just like how a wall is actually made out of bricks like this. A wall, a brick wall is made up of bricks. The same thing happens in our body. Our body is made up of cells. Okay, so the cell is the basic structural and the functional unit of life or living body. Okay, so how do we study actually cells? We have to observe the cell first. Okay, so to observe the cell, we need some special instruments. Okay, so and this instrument is microscope. Okay, so to observe cells we need some special instruments, and which is called microscope. So you might have learned how Robert Hooke, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, they observe the tiny things, microorganisms, cells. How they observe by using these microscopes usually. So we need a microscope to study or to observe the cells, and there are different types of microscopes. Basically there are three types of microscope, and this is the first one, and this is the simplest microscope, which is called the simple microscope. Okay, so we can use this simple microscope usually to observe the stomata of a plant cell or some of the outline features of a cell. Okay, but it is not possible to observe the cellular organelles like nucleus or cell wall or all other organelles. Okay, so so to visualize or to observe these organelles, like nucleus, cell wall, we have to use this one. This is called the compound microscope. Okay, so and but this microscope also not sufficient enough to observe more tiniest organelles. Okay, so like if you want to observe endoplasmic reticulums, mitochondria, Golgi body, then you have to use this one. This is the electron microscope. Okay, but the interesting thing is we already learned that the cells are very small, microscopic. We can see the cells only under microscope, but there are some cells actually which can be seen without any microscope, just with our naked eye. Do you know what kind of cell this is? The egg. What? The egg, the chicken egg, the duck egg, any kind of egg actually. Egg is a single cell. Okay, so we can see this cell with our naked eye. So cells exist in different sizes, from micrometer to centimeter. Okay, and a cell consists of different parts. Okay, here we see this one is the plant cell, and this one is an animal cell, and this you will found A cell consists of so this is a typical plant cell, and this is a typical animal cell. Okay, so a cell consists of different parts which have different functions. Actually, see here, this cell have so many different parts, and this cell there are so many different parts. So all cell composed of so many different smaller parts that remain inside the cell. So we call these parts as cellular organelles. So these are the cellular organelles. So in this lesson, actually, we are going to study about the structure, about the functions of these cellular organelles. Okay. Okay. So what is this? This is the 3D and animated model of a plant cell. Okay, so let's start with the plant cell and its cellular organelles. Okay, the first one, cell wall. This one is the cell wall. So this yellowish outer layer, or the boundary or the border of a plant cell, is called the cell wall. This cell wall, actually, this is the characteristics of a plant cell, not the animal cell, because the animal cells do not have this cell wall, and this cell wall is composed of cellulose. Okay, composed of cellulose, and this is hard, thick, and non-living boundary or non-living layer of a plant cell. Just beneath this cell wall, there is another border layer, another boundary, which is called the plasma membrane. What? The plasma membrane. So just beneath this cell wall, there is another layer which is called the plasma membrane. So both the animal and plant cell have this plasma membrane. Okay, these plasma membranes are actually common for both the plant cell and animal cell, but the plant cell, it has an extra layer which is called the cell wall. Okay, so okay, let me explain. Suppose our whole body is a cell. Okay, so then our dress, the non-living cover, is like this cell wall, and our skin, the living thing, which is like this plasma membrane. Okay, so the plasma membrane is the living, just like our skin, and this cell wall is the non-living, just like our dress or clothes. Okay, so what are the function of this cell wall and plasma membrane? They have two major functions. The first one, the protection. Okay, it protects the inner part of the cell. Here you see, these are the inner parts of a cell. Okay, the inner parts of a cell. So these inner parts of a cell actually protected by the two layers, plasma membrane and cell wall. Okay, for animal cell, only the plasma membrane provides this protection. Okay, so it also provides the shape of the cell. Here you see, it provides the shape of the cell, so it delimits the structure of a cell. Okay, now let's see the protoplasm or cytoplasm. Okay, so this here you see this greenish jelly-like sticky structure. This is cytoplasm. Okay, what? This is cytoplasm. So what is protoplasm and what is cytoplasm? What are the differences between this protoplasm and cytoplasm? Protoplasm is the content of the cell, including this plasma membrane and this cytoplasm, this greenish jelly-like cytoplasm, and it also includes this nucleus. Okay, so the protoplasm is the content of the cell. It includes the cell membrane, cytoplasm, and this nucleus. Okay, and what is cytoplasm then? Cytoplasm, actually, the protoplasm, except this nucleus and within this plasma membrane. Okay, so inside the plasma membrane, except the nucleus, the whole protoplasm is called the cytoplasm. Are you clear? Okay, so and what are the constituents of this cytoplasm? Actually, 70 to 90% of the cytoplasm is water, and it is also composed of organic and inorganic substances. So what are the functions of this cytoplasm? It holds all organelles, okay? All the organelles inside the cytoplasms. Actually, see, these are the organelles, okay? Like mitochondria and all other organelles. I will explain. Mm, okay, so what are the functions of cytoplasm? It holds all cellular organelles, and so many physiological activities, reactions, metabolic reactions actually take place here in the cytoplasm. Okay, so let's see the cell vacuole. Okay, this blue uh, color sac indicates the cell vacuole. Most of the plant cell have large cell vacuole. Okay, most of the plant cells have large cell vacuole, but the animal cells usually they have the tiniest cell vacuole. They have tiny vacuoles, and the cell vacuoles are full of, and these cell vacuoles are full of liquids. Okay, and these cell vacuoles are full of liquids, which is called the cell sap. And this cell sap actually they contains different types of organic acids, salts, proteins, carbohydrates, but all these things are usually found in soluble form in the cell sap. Okay, now the mitochondria, let's see the mitochondria. Here it is. This is the mitochondria, and this is also known as the powerhouse of a cell. Okay, it is the source of all energy. Okay, it has two layers. This is the smooth outer layer, and this is the inner layer. This inner layer actually the folded finger like layers, and which is called cristae. Okay, now let's see this one. This is the chloroplast of a cell, the plastid of a cell. Okay, the thing is only found, and this thing is actually only found in the plant cell, not in the animal cell. The green plastids are called chloroplasts because they contain green pigment which is known as chlorophyll. Okay, it has three parts. This is the here you see, this is the outer layer, outer covering, and this stacks of plate like structure is called grana, and the dense fluid inside this chloroplast, the dense fluid inside this chloroplast is called stroma. Okay, and do you know what are the functions of this chloroplast? They produce food. Okay, by photosynthesis. They produce food by photosynthesis. Okay, let's see now. Let's see the is one, the nucleus. The nucleus, this is the densest part of the protoplasm, and you can call it the brain of the cell. Okay, so this is the brain of the cell, the nucleus. It has four parts. Okay, this is the outer layer, outer membrane of this nucleus, which is called the nuclear membrane. There are the nuclear pores on the membrane. See, so many pores on the nuclear membrane, and the nucleoplasm. Inside this nucleus there are jelly like granular substances like cytoplasm, like this cytoplasm. In the inside of this nucleus there are jelly like granular substances which is also called nucleoplasm. Okay, and inside it there is a dense round small structure called nucleolus, and the most vital of this this nucleus is nuclear reticulum or chromatin fibers. Okay, what nuclear reticulum or chromatin fibers, and this nuclear reticulum or chromatin fibers are twisted thread like structures that located actually inside this nucleus. Okay, it turns into chromosome during the cell division. Okay, so and then what is this one and this one? They are the endoplasmic reticulum. In short, this is also known as ER. Okay, this is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and this is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so this one is rough endoplasmic reticulum because it has ribosomes on their surface. Here, these are the ribosome molecule. Okay, these ribosome molecules, they embedded on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulums and make the surface rough. That's why we call it the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And this is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum because there is no ribosomes on their surface. Okay, what are the functions of this endoplasmic reticulum? This endoplasmic reticulum actually responsible for the transportation of protein, carbohydrates, and different types of molecules inside the cell. Okay, Now see this one. This is the Golgi body, and it can be round. See, these are the round Golgi body, and here it can be a folded membrane sac. Okay, so usually this Golgi body is found near the nucleus. And it can secrete enzymes, hormones. Okay, so I think this is the overall structure of a plant cell. Okay, so this is the overall structure of a plant cell. Mm, Okay, now let's see the animal cell. This is the animal cell. Actually, plant and animal cell structure is almost same. Just this animal cell have no outer layer. That means no outer layer. Sorry, no outer layer. Actually, though no outer cell wall. Okay, so the outer layer of this animal cell is cell membrane only. No cell wall. Okay, so and then see, all other things are similar. Okay, all other structures are similar, like here this is the Golgi body, and then you can see that mitochondria, all things are almost similar, almost similar. Plant cell, and this is the nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome. So the plant and animal cells have similar types of cellular organelles, but they lack cell wall only. Okay, and there is another important feature of an animal cell is it has tube-like or cylindrical, two cylindrical structure, which is called centriole, and these two cylindrical structures remain inside the centrosome. Okay, so and the main function of the centriole is to form the ester ray during the cell division. Mm, Okay, now let's learn what are the roles of cells in organism. Okay, all of these cells in our body or in a plant body, they have to perform so many functions. Mm, yeah, the first one, mm, the formation of tissues. Okay, when a group of similar cells, here the similar means they are similar in their size, similar in their shape, origin. When these similar types of cells they group together and they carry out same functions, they are called tissue. Okay, so such as example, such as connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Here the cells of the connective tissue, they provides connection between our body organs, body parts. Okay, that's why they're the connective tissue. So now, and another example, cells of the muscular tissue. Cells of the muscular tissue, they're responsible for the movement, locomotion. Okay, another function is the formation of organs. Okay, when a group of tissues they perform a particular function, is called organ. Okay, such as roots, leaves of a plant, eyes, heart, liver, legs of an animal. These are the example of organs. Okay, so here heart is an organ, and it consists of several tissues like muscular tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue. Okay, so when a group of tissue they perform together, they are called organ. Okay, so and the another function is the development of organism's body. Cell is the basic unit of a body. uh, a group of cells, so a group of cells form tissue, and the group of tissue, they form organ, and all the organs they form organism's body. Okay, the fourth function of of cells in organism is preparation of food. You know, the cells of the green plants, they can produce their own food by photosynthesis because they have chloroplast within their cell. Okay, so and now the fifth function, is the formation of energy. Okay, organisms energy actually derived from their food, and all these mechanisms of energy production actually take place within the cell. Okay, and here the another function of cells, in an organism is the conservation of food and water. Okay, cells of an organism's body can store their food, their water, and also the wastages within their cell. Okay, and another function is secretion of necessary enzymes and fluids. Okay, there are some special cells in plants and animals body. These cells can secrete enzymes, fluids such as like gastric juice. Is an gastric juice actually it secretes in our stomach, saliva in our mouth. Okay. Oh, so now it's time to do some homework. You have to draw the diagram of a plant cell, and you have to draw the diagram of an animal cell, and also you have to differentiate between plant and animal cell. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all. Stay safe, stay home.